T-Funk television, y'all.
Back to another T-Funk TV.
Yeah, Sirski, back to another T-Funk TV. T-Funk gang.
Welcome back to T-Funk TV. Smoke some, drink some.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, mother, yes. Back to another T-Funk television. Yeah. Y'all come on in here. Drink something. And smoke something with your boy. And let me take you on this journey, and I promise I won't leave you. Go ahead and get your jams rolled. Got another banger for you. Go ahead and get them jams rolled. Get that drink. Come on, let me take you on this journey, and I promise I won't leave. Okay. We down here in the cave with it, y'all. Down here in the man cave with it. Okay. All right. Now, this why you don't do stuff to people in the streets. Or this why you shouldn't intentionally want to do stuff to people. Or wrong to people. Because you don't never know when you got to pay the piper and face them. All right. Boom. We ain't getting the jailhouse with this. So, over this dude, when I was down there hustling, his name was Pat. Now, Pat was kind of older, dark-skinned, tall, had a little humpback kind of, smoke, be out all the time, doing all kind of stuff to get it. And him and his cousin used to be on some BS all the time. So, there's a dude named Marvin. So Marvin go to work. Marvin smoke. Marvin ain't no little dude neither. And Marvin ain't soft. But Marvin smoke. And he work. And he try to hustle. He try to do all kind of stuff, but he stay in his lane. He don't try to go out there and rob for that stuff or nothing like that. He don't be out trying to backdoor people and, just doing all the grimy stuff that fiends do. So, one night, almost every weekend, Marvin and that girl get paid. And if he done paid his bills up, bro, he gonna take the rest of them. And come to people like me, cause most of the time when somebody smoke, you won't sell them no weight. But I would. Shit, I'm getting that money. And he gonna keep coming back and re-ing up with you too. I might tax him a little bit more than I would somebody else. But shoot, he was just happy to be able to get them big solid pieces. So Marvin done came and bought a half from me, y'all. If you smoke, you're going to be around people like that all the time. You know where the houses is. You know where everything going on because you indulge. It be times where So, about 3 hours go by. I'm pulling the all-nighter. It's Friday. This happened at, Marvin got off work probably about 4. Cashed his check, came about that half about 4:30. So about 3 hours done went by. Marvin done came back and bought another half from me. Had a pocket full of money. But he was jacked like crazy. But when you got 14 grams, bro, and you smoke it, and you make a buddy constantly like that, he at least seen probably about at least 1,000 or 700-800, so he can at least make his buddy back and fuck up a little bit, smoke, and yeah, cause where he was at jumping. Man, Marvin come back by that other half, y'all. I done made almost 2 bands off of him. I think I charged him like $750, $800 a half. So I done made almost 2 bands off him. So, selling breakdowns and weight. Me and my bro. So, Pat and his nephew must have been at the same spot with Marvin. And his nephew tried to sell a little bit. I don't think he smoked, but Pat did. So I guess they bumping heads on sales, and then next thing you know, Marvin the only one over there with some work. So they end up jumping on that man. They jumped on that man. Scuffed him up a little bit. Them two and this other dude that was with them. It took like 3 of them because, like I said, Marvin ain't no little dude. So they jumps on him, beat him up a little bit. So when they beat him up a little bit, months went by. Probably about 90 days, 3 months went by. He don't see him at his spot. Marvin lick his wounds, go to the doctor, because they busted his head and all kind of little stuff. They jumped him good, man. So he go to the doctor, he lick his wounds, he go back to the trap. But he had that pistol on him then. So he don't see them boys, because I guess he was going to fire their ass up if he saw them. They don't come back around to the trap where he at no more. About 90 days, 120 days, about 4 months go by. Marvin at the spot. And where Marvin used to be at is like probably about 15 trailers, y'all. And they was hot. And there was a girl out there, but she thought she was a dude. And she had that place jumping. So, by her having it jumping so bad, his place done started getting hot. She sells to an undercover. That same undercover buys from him and her. Because clientele was just running back and forth to man, whoever got it out there, y'all. But she already had it jumping. But both of them sell to the same undercover. They come in and run in both of their trailers at the same time, y'all. They get Marvin. Marvin fall up in the Gaffney County Jail. Now, I told y'all Marvin smoked, Eddie sell, Pat sell. So, Marvin in there, Marvin going through the processing. So at first, before you can make bond, they're going to give you a little minute. They're going to give you a minute to try to get your money up, make bond and all that. And so after you can't make bond, they go see you to that bite. That B-A capital C-C. Yeah, you going to the bite. Yeah, you going to the bite. Yeah, you is going to the bite now. So, Marvin ain't able to make bond. I can't remember what his bond was, but he ain't have enough money to make bond. Marvin ended up going to the bite. After he take his shower, get dressed out, he come on up in the dorm. And if y'all familiar with jail and prison, when people got bunks in their cells and stuff like that, okay, let me tell y'all how this jail setting was. You wasn't behind no door. Once they cranked this one big door, it's a whole bunch of bunks just set up like prison. Like 80, it might be 50 men in there. Big ass area, a walk-in bathroom, and just bunks. It's set up like prison. So, a lot of dudes be in there, and when they want their privacy, they on the bottom. They'll take sheets and stuff and build them a wall around their stuff. So, Marvin done came in. Marvin done been in there about 2-3 weeks. Marvin done built him a little wall around his stuff, bruh. A little wall around it. He in there chilling. So one day they bust the door. And a lot of times, when they bust that door, a lot of people will peep out and get to watching if they ain't watching TV. But everybody want to see who coming in new. So they bust the door. They bringing in like 15 dudes. So Marvin look out his thing. He ain't look long. He shut it back, y'all. And when he shut it back, about the last person, y'all, was Pat. You remember Pat and them two dudes gang Marvin out on the street, y'all, about 4 or 5 months ago. It took all 4 of them, remember? Pat come on up in there. Marvin got that sheet around his thing where you can't see, where he couldn't tell who was on that bottom bunk down there by the corner. He come on in. He get to fixing up his stuff, making his bunk, talking to people, because y'all in the same county, you know everybody. Jumping around, this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. Till Marvin fuck around him. Pull that sheet back. Now by this time, the police just shut the door and left. They're like, oh! Boy, you and your cousin and that dude ain't in here now. Y'all, that's all he said. Shot to his ass. Whooped him. I'm talking about, y'all, he beat that man every fucking which way but loose in there. Didn't nobody call for the police. Pat didn't even call for the police. Nobody called for the police. This back in the day, y'all, in the old jails where wasn't no cameras, where they just come by and check every so often. He beat the fuck, man. He beat that man every which way but loose. Blood everywhere in there. So, after he whooped him and then humiliate him, spit on him, bust him upside the head, eyes black and everything, my man go lick his wounds and clean himself up, y'all. And guess what he had suitcased in his ass the whole time? Done snuck it in with him, y'all. Mother done snuck a whole almost quarter of that work up in him, in there. After he come back out the bathroom cleaning himself up, he done took that out in the bathroom and came back out there. He went straight over there to Marvin. Pat did and said, bro, I deserved that, bro. We ain't had to do that to you. I deserved that. You whooped me like a man, straight up. Pulled out and gave him a big old clock. Said, man, I'm sorry. Both of them shook up. I don't know what they use, y'all. Them boys went up. He gave that man about a fat gram to start off with. They smoked that whole, they smoked that whole thing. It took them some time too, y'all. It took them some time. I think it was a radio antenna or something like that they had. Took them some time, but they got so jack in there. Dudes start clowning the dorm and fucking with them, y'all. Taking white soap, thumping it down there and thumping it in their area. And y'all know how fiends is when they got that tick. They doing around like that. They were putting that on there, smoking it, y'all. For real. That's real talk. Everybody in there laughing like crazy. Oh, yeah. Work get brought into jails and prison. Believe that. For y'all that ain't never been to jail or prison, believe that. Believe that. Everything gonna come up in there. Whether somebody bring it up in their intestines and I don't do that type of shit, y'all. I don't suitcase shit. My shit say exit, not entrance. Ain't shit going up in me. It might go in between my butt cheeks. It ain't going up in the hole. Not at all. Don't do it. But it's a lot of dudes, that's how they bring shit in, bro. They'll wrap that thing up. Man, have lighters, tobacco, work, all kind of stuff in there and boof it. Suitcase it dead up in them and bring it on in there. And if it ain't no x-rays, they good. Cause they ain't got to do nothing. Bend over, spread, and go. And they ain't showing nothing. Then go right in there and act like they gonna boot and pull it straight back out. So that's what he had did. And bruh, the dorm was on them. When they got so jacked, we had them smoking soap. We were thumping big old pieces down there. They grabbing them. When they ran out, I'm telling you. I laughed like crazy. But yeah, y'all, that's the time I seen somebody beat somebody up, gang him out on the street, and ran into him in jail, and he demolished them, and they became cool off of smoking dope together, y'all. They became cool off of smoking dope together. I'm talking about the hard white. Yeah. That, yeah. So, so y'all, watch who you beef with. You might be walking down the street and suddenly you hear a tire screech at. Niggas gonna be hopping out with heat at. But for real though, y'all, watch who you beef with, because you might run into them in jail or in prison, somewhere you don't want to see them. Peace and love to all my T-Phone gang. I'm up out of here. Gang.